deception, manipulation, and dishonesty. These three get used as if they are the same. They are not. They are related. They overlap. They share a family, but they have different teeth. And if you do not know the difference, you will name what is happening to you wrong and respond to it incorrectly. You will tolerate manipulation because you call it dishonesty. You will confront a half-truth with the energy of an attack. You will distrust the merely flawed and miss the actual dangerous. Precision matters. Naming matters. Your discernment depends on it. Why this matters? Most people use these three words interchangeably. That is part of how porn hides. Vague language makes vague responses. Specific language makes specific protection. Here is the family tree. Dishonesty is the seed. Deception is the plant. Manipulation is the harvest. All three are connected, but they are not the same. And you are allowed to respond to each one differently. You cannot defend against what you cannot name. Dishonesty, the untruth. Dishonesty is the simplest among the three. It is saying what is not true. It can be a lie told to avoid consequences, a story exaggerated to look better, a credit taken that was not earned, a denial of something that happened. Dishonesty does not require strategy. It does not require a target. It just requires the word that does not match the truth. Dishonesty is sometimes careless, habitual, self-protective, cowardly. It can be small, it can be large, but it stays at the same level of the statement. Dishonesty is the word that does not match the truth. It is the seed. Deception, the false impression. Deception is dishonesty with the intention to mislead. It does not always require a lie. Deception can be done with strategic omission, leaving out the part that would change your conclusion. Selective truth, telling only the parts that support a wrong picture. Misdirection, pointing your attention away from what matters. Framing, wrapping the truth in language that distorts how you receive it. A deceiver may never technically lie and still leave you holding a false picture of reality. Deception is about the impression created in you, not just the words spoken. That is why deceivers are so often hard to confront. I never said that. They didn't. They just made sure you would believe it. Deception is the plant, that grow from the seed. It does not require a lie. It only requires a false impression. Manipulation. The extraction. Manipulation is deception aimed at controlling you. It is not just about creating a false impression. It is about using that impression to extract something, a decision, a behavior, a feeling, a loyalty, a silence, a yes would not have given if you had seen clearly. Manipulation uses tools beyond untruth. Guilt, making you feel responsible for their feelings. Flattery, softening so you will not see the move. Urgency, pressuring you to decide before you can think. Gaslighting, convincing you your read of reality is wrong. Withholding, making affection or approval contingent on compliance. Triangulation, using a third person to pressure you. Manipulation is the harvest. It is what dishonesty and deception are aimed at when there is something the other person wants from you. Manipulation is deception with a goal. The goal is your behavior, how you correlate. All manipulation requires deception. Most deception is built on dishonesty. All three are about the gap between what is true and what someone wants you to believe. They are connected like this. Dishonesty is the words. Perception is the picture. Manipulation is the outcome. Each one builds on the one before. Each one is a step further into harm. Dishonesty distorts facts. Deception distorts your perception. Manipulation distorts your choices. How they differ? Dishonesty is about a statement. Deception is about a picture. Manipulation is about a person, you. Dishonesty can be casual. Deception is intentional. Manipulation is targeted. Dishonesty harms truth. Deception harms understanding. Manipulation harms agency. Dishonesty asks, did they tell the truth? Deception asks, did they let you have the truth? Manipulation asks, did they use you to extract a choice? Dishonesty is a problem with the speaker. Manipulation is a problem with what they are doing to you. Why this matters for marginalized leaders? You have been on the receiving end of all three for your entire career. You have been lied to about pay, deceived about your standing, manipulated through guilt, urgency, and conditional belonging. Gaslit when you noticed any of it. And often, when you tried to name it, you were told you were being too sensitive, too suspicious, too quick to assume. That response was itself a manipulation. You were trained out of your own discernment. Reclaiming the difference between these three words is reclaiming your reading. You are not paranoid. You have been navigating systems that use all three. Visibility. See the pattern over time. One incident can be a mistake. Two incidents can be a coincidence. Three incidents are a pattern. Dishonesty in isolation is a moment. Dishonesty over time becomes deception. Deception over time aimed at you becomes manipulation. Watch the pattern. Track what they say, what you believe because of it, and what they got. If the pattern keeps benefiting them at your cost, you are not in a relationship. You are in a strategy. A single instance is information. A pattern is a portrait. Liberation. Name precisely what is happening. Liberation begins when you stop calling it all the same thing. It sounds like, this is a lie. It does not need to be a relationship-ending event, but it needs to be addressed. This was deception. The person let me believe something that was not true. That is a different conversation. This is manipulation. They use me to get an outcome. The relationship needs to be reconsidered. Each level deserves a different response. Naming precisely is how you stop overreacting to small dishonesty and stop underreacting to active manipulation. Precision protects you. Vagueness leaves you vulnerable. Transformation. Build relationships incompatible with all three. The deepest move is not to learn to spot manipulators faster. It is to build relationships, teams, and cultures where all three of these things would feel out of place. That looks like speaking truth as a baseline, not a special event. Inviting the truth from others, including the inconvenient part. Rewarding accuracy, not just outcome. Naming when something feels off and being met instead of dismissed. When one leader builds relationships incompatible with deception, the manipulators become visible quickly because they cannot operate in clean air. Sunshine is not punishment. It is the environment manipulation cannot survive in. How to respond to each. Dishonesty. Name the specific statement that was untrue. Ask for the truth directly. Adjust truth based on the response. Deception. Name what you were led to believe. Name what was true. Ask, what was that intentional? Their answer is data. Manipulation. Do not argue with the strategy. Withdraw your participation. Distant is a complete sentence. You owe a manipulator no explanation. You do not owe anyone an audience for their strategy. Closing reflection. Where in my life have I been calling manipulation by a gentler name of dishonesty? Where in my life have I been overreacting to a small lie that did not deserve a large response? Whose pattern is asking me to look at it more clearly? Final truth. Dishonesty harms a fact. Deception harms your perception. Manipulation harms your life. Knowing the difference is not distrust. It is precision. And precision is the doorway to protection. You are allowed to call the lie a lie. You are allowed to call the deception what it is. You are allowed to call the manipulation by its name and refuse to keep paying the cost of being its target. Name precisely, respond proportionately, protect your read. That is how you stop becoming a resource for people who were never going to tell you the truth.